Welcome again to the New World Report. I'm your host, Arthur. So today, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrencies. As you can see, I got the Ethereum chart open here on Bittrex. I might talk a little bit about it. I was going to go into it earlier, but as you can see, it did bounce off this, the 114. I'm not going to start drawing fib lines right now, but this looks good. If this continues to go up a little bit more and breaks this, especially if it starts breaking this downtrend, you know what I mean? This is going to start create another little high. You see this? This is a descending triangle, which I don't, well, it's not good. But anyway, that's not really what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about what coins that I think are the best to hold right now. Thinking a little bit longer term, and I wanted to know what you guys also think, but maybe leave me a message. Now, this is the coinmarketcap.com, of course, the one and only. Of course, Bitcoin's number one. This is all kind of to get ready for the flippening. There are different interpretations of what the flippening would mean. Some people say it's when Bitcoin price is second to something else. Some people say, as something passes Bitcoin in the price. Some people say it happens when Bitcoin loses its market, the percentage of it, the market dominance it has. Not in all, because Bitcoin did go under 50. It's been under, it was at 38 at some point. I'm talking if, let's just say, Ethereum passes that of Bitcoin. So, Ethereum becomes 40 and then Bitcoin goes down under that. And another one is, which I think most people accept, is where the whole market cap as a whole would change. That's probably with a lot of people are looking at it like that, which I don't really think is the best way to look at it. I think when the flippening happens, when Bitcoin is no longer the one to have, the cryptocurrency to have, it's going to be too late for everybody else to get in, So right now you should be looking into getting a lot of these, because it creeps up. We've already seen aspects of this flippening already happening. This is a longer term kind of thing. Now, here's my top 3 coins I think that maybe it would be good to hold besides Bitcoin. This is non-Bitcoin coins. My top favorite one right now is LTC coin, Litecoin. Of course, Litecoin has had a great run. It's number 4 right now. As you can see, it's $40. It's not bad. I think it's going to go up and stay around 50 pretty here, or 48, something like that pretty soon. But don't take my word for it. Do your own research. I should probably get into the charts on the other one here on Bittrex, but let me get on. Ether is another one. I do have Ether on right now. Zcash. I'm liking Zcash nowadays. Zcash held kind of strong during the Ether dip, and it's also a privacy type coin. There used to be talks about XMR Monero. I'm not sure where that's going right now, but Zcash seems to be a good contender. Now, these 3 coins besides LTC are not very cheap. Zcash and Ether are both, they like to stay above $300. With LTC being 40, I think LTC is probably the best one to hold it in. I saw a few, let me get into LTC here. I saw a few polls going around on different websites, and people all chose what they would want to hold their coins in through this August, the rule change, the 2x, the SegWit 2x and all that, which might be, bad short-term news for the market. They might want to hold their coins in LTC, and LTC won those polls all the time, which, makes me think that this is probably where people are going to try to put their coins if they get scared in Bitcoin. Now, the next 3 or maybe 4 coins I'm going to talk about that most people do know about is ETC, Ethereum Classic. I think that one is a pretty good one here. I'm not going to bring all their charts up, except I really want to talk about Antshares. There is Stratus. Look into Stratus, guys. Stratus is also a good one. Let me see if it's in here. There it is, Strat right there. Look into Stratus. Let me bring back on this, show you where they all stand. Stratus is number 11 right now with $6.56. It's going on a dip. It probably, honestly, it might go a little bit deeper than this. It might go a little bit lower. Maybe if it goes lower, that would be a good little buy-in opportunity there for you. See, it's the week chart. Let me see. I don't know. It looked like there was going to be another descending triangle forming, but it kind of maybe it did pick up. Maybe this was this area right here might have been the bottom, but we'll see about that. I think Stratus is a really good one. It's also Ethereum type or Ethereum-esque, as in it's like a platform type token. While LTC and Zcash were both kind of currencies like Bitcoin. I like Cloak. Let me see where Cloak is. Cloak. I think Cloak is going places, guys. Maybe look into a little bit more. Redcoin. I do like Redcoin. I think people should look into Redcoin. It's pretty cheap right now. Very, very cheap. It's definitely worth to put a few dollars in at least. But I think it's one of the social media sites like Steam. Steam is also a good one. I think people should definitely look into Steam. It's going places from steam.com. And Redcoin is one of the ones I really do like, which is very cheap. You could put in $100, put $20 in here, and probably make a good amount later. And let's see. Stellar and XMR. These two are, I like to call them bank coins because the banking system has tried to use these platforms. The Stellar system, I think, is with the Swift. The Swift system, the Swift banking system, while XRP is working more with different, banks inside, like I think it's JP Morgan and things like that. But that's one to look for. I think XRP and Stellar, they kind of follow each other, so that should be interesting. Now, if you've noticed, I didn't really put Dash. I didn't mention a lot. I didn't mention Dash, Monero, but I do want to show you guys a little bit about this one, Antshares. It's looking very, very good. Now, look at this chart. I'm going to put the 7-day chart. While everybody else was going down, these guys, Antshares guys, let me bring it up in here, is a much better. Antshares, number 1. You see this? Today it had a 19% gain. It's been going up. Look at this beautiful chart, guys. Look. It came down from this. It went down, and then look at that. Look at this. It's like the mark of the beast. This is going to go pretty high soon. I think it's going to at least, well, it might come down after it touches this. I'm going to draw some fib lines here, but it's going to hit this. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit this pretty soon. It might come back down to create a cup and handle kind of coming down like this. But we'll see about that. If this breaks this line, if it breaks about 39.80, something like that, it's going to go higher pretty soon here. Or, before it comes down for the handle, or it might come down for the handle right there if it doesn't break that line, and it's going to come down here. See, look, I'm going to put the Fibonacci here, draw it from this one. Let's see, you know what, no, I'm going to zoom in for this one. Look at this fib. Yeah, I think that if it goes back, let me see. Yeah, if it goes back up here and it passes that line, as you see, these are all broken. It's not going to go down for the correction here, but it might. But I think you guys should look into this. I've already bought in a little bit. I bought in some a little bit down here, and I bought in this dip here. Try to get into the dips. Maybe the next one, like I said, the handle part of the cup. This one is backed by China, guys. This is supposed to be the new Ethereum. That's a big shoe to fill, but I feel like, the Chinese, they have some resources. They can throw some resources at this, and that will make the price go up. Now, it might not be a very, very long-term thing, but I mean, to me, it seems like it wants to go up. So look at this Antshares. They're doing a rebranding of the name. Of course, Antshares doesn't sound very professional. It's turning into Neocoin. But look into this ANS. Right now, it's only being traded on Bittrex and some Asian exchanges. But yeah. But so going through again one more time as what I thought I needed to list would be, guys, my favorite coin I think is Litecoin. I think Litecoin is really going places. I think this is going to be $100 pretty soon, coming up within the next few months, maybe, you know, less than a year. You know, 6 months for sure, I would say. But again, for sure doesn't mean anything. Nothing is for sure. Ethereum Classic, you know, Ether Classic was kind of strong when normal Ethereum was going down, and so maybe people are going to go into here, like I said, when Bitcoin coming up August here, when the Segwit 2x comes around, people are going to be scared. They're not going to want to have their money in Bitcoin for a while, so they're probably going to go into Litecoin and, you know, maybe even Ether and other ones. So look at those. Like I said, I like NEM. It's one of the quiet big ones. I do like NEM. Stratus is nice. And I do like Antshares. I think Antshares is nice because of the backing it's got. It's a good opportunity to make, you know, money in the short term, I would say. But definitely buying in a dip right now. Don't go in all in right now. You know, we're gonna get into the different ones. I like Waves. Waves is a great platform, but you know, everything is in a down market right now, so I don't know. Look at Gnosis. Wow, Gnosis is going up. Let me look at Gnosis here real quick. See, that Gnosis brings me into the problem with ICOs. You know, I'm a fan of ICOs. I'm gonna do another episode about ICOs at some point, but let's see here. Let's see. Gnosis. I do like GNT though. See, the problem with Gnosis is when it came out, apparently, you know, 96%, so only 4% of the whole supply was let loose to the people, and the people who already, the developers kept 96% of it. So that's a little iffy about that kind of stuff. You know, those are the kind of stuff I don't really like to see in ICOs, where they try to benefit themselves in a way later. Like, people are going to forget about it. But we'll talk about ICOs later. You know, I'm not putting down all ICOs at all, but you guys should be careful. Anyway, here was just a little update. Again, none of this is investment advice. This is just my opinions. Unlike the geopolitics part of the show, these are mostly speculative opinions, and you know, I'm not as versed in trading as I am in geopolitics. That is my love and my passion, though I have been trading for a while, and so I like to throw things out there so people can look at. And I hope you guys learned a little bit, and hit me a like button if you do, and do follow me if you enjoy these kinds of videos. And I hope you guys have a good day.